Yo, it's happened Tuesday, the holy grail of the beat. What better day to spit gems? New York's legacy repeats. A weeknight, sit quiet, and for we it ain't dead. Ghost dog vibes, breaking it down in your head. Sit back, roll a blunt, let's elevate in style. Recollect the memory, city vibe, make it worthwhile. NFL fans gather round, we ready for the grind. This channel be my throne, leading you to unwind. Spitting facts on the mic, headphones set to the tone from the streets of the east. We making this our own.
This is a Gh0stDog mixtape original.
Here is Gh0stDog here with another Tap In Tuesday. I'm trying to tell you, I ain't forget about you. You know how this goes over here at the Aboriginal Sports Network. If you are new to the channel, if you feel the vibe, make sure you hit subscribe. But man, oh man, oh man. I know I'm a little late. I'm reporting this. However, as more information has been coming out, it has allowed me to come up with a proper opinion, a thought process, if you will. The Micah Parsons trade from the Cowboys to the Green Bay Packers, right? Green Bay acquires Micah Parsons as well as that ridiculous deal. 4-year, 136 guaranteed, highest non-quarterback player in history. Yet again, right? But that's a record, as we know from speaking of the history. It's not going to be held for much longer. Eventually, it's going to be somebody else. But for now, Micah Parsons has it. For good reason. Easily a top 5 edge rusher. Premier edge rusher, at least, should I say. Let me take that back. Let me say at least, top 10 easily. Let me not give him too much credence. And I get it. He's not in the Cowboys no more. But it is what it is. Cowboys acquired defensive tackle Kenny Clark, which is a good move. They're going to need him, especially within our division. See, the Cowboys, they're doing what we need to do. They're getting players, depth pieces, if you will, especially with the departure of DeMarcus Lawrence. He's up there in Seattle now. We got Gh0stDog. So, they needed to reinforce that defensive line. And it starts with Kenny Clark, as well as 2 first-round picks. Now, at first, when I heard it, I was like, yo, Green Bay got bamboozled, right? 2 first-rounders, and they gave up a defensive tackle. So it's like, and I get it, Micah Parsons is Micah Parsons. We don't even have to go into all that, right? As Giants fans, we know how much of a pain in the ass he was for us. However, then I started to think about it. If Green Bay does what they're supposed to do and win and perform, those 2 first-rounders are going to be low first-rounders, in the 20s until almost into the 30s, right? Because Green Bay is no slouch. They can absolutely compete up there in the North. Not to get too crazy into that, but, it's looking wide open right now in that division. So, at first I was like, Green Bay got bamboozled, but then I'm like, not necessarily, because those first rounders could be so far down the line that they could be almost considered like an early second rounder, if you will, picks. But then some new news came out today. Man, not today. I want to say within the past 48 hours, because I scrolled upon this story here. Oh, actually, this was yesterday. Okay, right? Micah Parsons reported back issues, and this is on the Dallas Cowboys on SI Sports Illustrated. You can check out the article. It's written by Josh Sanchez. Micah Parsons reported back issues continue to linger a week after his MRI with the Dallas Cowboys came back clean and he was cleared to practice. Parsons was seeking a second opinion on his back before being traded to the Green Bay Packers. Now we are learning an official diagnosis of the mystery back issue from ESPN's Adam Schefter. Packers linebacker Micah Parsons has been dealing with an L4, L5 facet joint sprain in his back, and he may take an epidural injection prior to Sunday's game versus the Lions if needed to help him play, per sources, Schefter wrote on X. Now listen, I'm no doctor, I'm no sports medicine man and all that. No, absolutely not. I'm just a fan, right? But lower spinal issues up to the point where you might have to take an epidural, especially for a young player like that, and you just gave him his money, right? 136 guaranteed over a 4-year period. Okay? You gave up a DT and 2 first rounders. You better hope and pray that man has a defensive player of the year caliber season. And you better hope and pray, Mr. GM of the Green Bay Packers, that he doesn't aggravate or that back issue becomes worse. Yo, crazy. So we're gonna see how this deal plays out, and who knows, Micah Parsons might go off. It might very well have been worth it for the Packers to give up what they did. But as of right now, man, do I have my doubts. Man, oh man. However, segueing into another situation here, and I'd be remiss as a Giants fan to not bring this up. Unfortunately, I got to give it to him. Number 1 on the top 100 list. Yes, Mr. 26. Yes, Saquon Barkley, a.k.a. Air Barkley. Okay? Look, I get it, Giants fans. Oh, forget that dude. Woo, woo, woo. Nah, man, look. I'm a Giants fan first. Make no mistake about it. But I'm a football fan second. And for as much as it pains me to see it in the other uniform, the ops uniform, there's a part of me that's like, finally, we were able to see that young man's talent just free and on the field and nothing holding him back. The offensive line to do it. And say what you will, the field, right? Because that turf shit is a real issue. That's real. John Mara, Steve Tisch, get your game up. What's his name? Woody, whatever the F his name is with the Jets. Y'all need to get it together. Y'all about to switch out the stadium for grass for the other football. Why can't you do it for us? Crazy. So yeah, it's a real thing. Wasn't held back. Shouts out to the Eagles organization for having the O-line to do it. But make no mistake about it. Y'all needed a giant to get that second Super Bowl. Eagle or otherwise. You understand? A giant. So shouts out to number 26. Number 1, without a doubt. Man, there was a while there where I thought after he had ran through us, after the aerial maneuver, if you will, that he did, that I was like, yo, there's a good chance he might be MVP running. And he was. And some might say he deserved it over the Josh Allens or the Lamar Jacksons of the world. And I can't argue. With a season like that, just shy of breaking Eric Dickerson's, and the only reason he didn't do it was because the giant in him, out of respect, was like, nah, let the young dudes eat. I remember. Why? Because I was paying attention. Know what I mean? So, without a doubt, another one, encore. May his rest of his career be healthy. May he run as many yards as he so pleases down whoever he faces against, except for the NY. I hope from here on out, we stonewall his ass. Under 100 yards every time. Okay? But everybody else, hey, have at it, baby. Have at it. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of, though, the Cowboys and the Eagles, right? Segueing into this. Thursday's night matchup. The first official game of the season. Oh, man, it's going to be crazy. Cowboys versus Eagles. Will the Eagles just come out strong again? Will they just completely dismiss the Super Bowl hangover myth, if you will, right? Will they come down and just absolutely smash the Cowboys defense? Or will the Cowboys, possibly, gather together some kind of comeback and, accomplish the upset? George Pickens, he's there. They could do some things in the air. A couple key matchups, though, for Thursday's night game. The main thing is the main thing. We got to keep it the main thing always. The Cowboys defense has absolutely got to stop the run. They cannot allow 26 to have a field day, because if they do, it's going to be a long day. Okay? Stopping the run. Their defense is lacking. They just signed the Clark kid. Maybe they can, do some things. However, that defense, it's going to need a lot of help. It might be a barn burner. It might be a straight shootout on Thursday night. That's the first major key matchup. The second one, can Jalen Hurts, if the Cowboys manage to stop the run, which is a big if, can Jalen Hurts continue to do what he did from last year in the Super Bowl? Meaning, can he put the game on his back? I think he can. Look, and I'm a hater, because this fucked the Eagles all day. However, I got to give what credit is due. But with Jalen Hurts, for him to be in that top 5 conversation, which has been a lot of noise about that lately, right? In the socials, he needs to be doing it on a consistent level. I need to see that, he's not just taking Saquon's credit. Tush pushes be damned. You feel me? So that's what I need to see. That's another key matchup, right? The third one is, can Dak Prescott not beat himself? Because it's going to be it's going to be an attrition type of situation. Because if this Cowboys defense can't hold the onslaught of this Eagles offense, it's going to be a long day. They got to be able to control the ball. Dak Prescott also has to be able to take what's given to him from the defense. He can't play no hero ball, man. Use the weapons that are available. You have a CeeDee Lamb. You have a George Pickens. Ferguson is there. A couple running backs in the backfield. You have a above average offensive line. Cowboys always have. They just have to be able to control the clock and do not allow this Eagles offense. You can't have them on the field for too long. You have to be able to control the clock. And can Dak Prescott not beat himself? So those are the 3 key matchups for Thursday night's game. We are finally here, folks. I cannot wait, personally. So absolutely pay attention for future content. Pay attention for the fantasy foreplay. We'll be having some more videos going out, me and Miss Hangover, for all your football fantasy needs. As I said in the beginning, if you like the vibe, make sure you hit subscribe. If you appreciate the way I spit on this mic, make sure you smash that like. Leave a comment in the comment section. You feel me? Let's have a conversation. What you think the Eagles what you think the Cowboys are going to need to do to be able to pull out this upset? Hey, man, crazier things have been done with the season openers. I remember the Kansas City Chiefs getting a loss not too long ago. So let's see, man. Let's see. With that being the case, man, again, another Tap In Tuesday. And I'm going to give y'all a big blue salute and a peace.
Yo, it's Tappin' Tuesday, the holy grail of the beat. What better day to spit gems? New York's legacy repeats. A weeknight, sit quiet, and for we it ain't dead. Gh0stDog's vibes, breaking it down in your head. Sit back, roll a blunt, let's elevate in style. Recollect the memory, city vibe, make it worthwhile. NFL fans gather round, we ready for the run. This channel be my throne, leading you to unwind. Spitting facts on the mic, headphones, censor the tone from the streets of the east. He making this our own. Tapping out Tuesday, but only for a while. Goodbye Tuesday, a pill now hard to swallow. Hit that like button and don't forget to follow. I'll be back soon, shit, it might be tomorrow.
This is a Gh0stDog mixtape original.